Exercise 9. Insert and work with graphics from the Word 2007 Core Preparation Guide, brought to you by Shiftkey Solutions. In this exercise, we'll be talking about inserting a clip art image or graphic and modifying that graphic. So step 1 of our exercise 9 tells us to scroll down to page 2 and place our insertion point to the left of this first paragraph or this first line. Now I will note that this text up here, book discussion group, if you click on that, that's actually a word art. So I'm going to place my insertion point here to the first line, first paragraph, and then I'm going to go to my insert tab, and then here in the illustrations group I'm going to click clip art. When I click this, it opens up my clip art task pane. What I want to do now is click in the search for, select that text, and type in the word library. Before I click go, I'm going to come down to the results should be. I'm going to click this drop down and choose clip art only by deselecting photographs, meaning that clip art is the only one that has a check mark next to it. When I'm done with that, I'm going to click go. And then my clip art task pane displays to me a list of images that match or have the word library in their description. Now, from this point, I'm going to remind myself as to where my insertion point is. It's right here at the beginning of my paragraph on page 2. That's important because as I'm about to insert an image, it's going to appear wherever my insertion point is located. So I'm going to come over and I found my image here. I'm going to just click on this one time. When I do, my image appears in my document. Next, I'm going to close my clip art task pane by clicking the X button here in the top right corner. With my clip art selected, I'll notice that I have a new contextual tab available. This is called the Picture Tools Contextual Format tab. And this is only available with my image selected. So if I have it deselected, that tab goes away. If I select my image one time, if I click on it one time, the tab becomes available, but it's not selected. I'm on my home tab still. I can either just come and click on my format tab and it's displayed to me. I can otherwise just double click my image and it'll automatically open up my format tab. Step 8 tells me to go to my arrange group here in my format tab and click the text wrapping, and the text wrap that I want to choose from is going to be square. Square means that the text will be pushed off from the left, right, or from any edge of my image. Next, I want to move my image. I want to drag the image to place the upper right corner of the image at the 6.5 inch mark on the horizontal ruler, and that's right here, and the 1/2 inch mark on my vertical ruler, which is right here. So what I want to do is I'm going to click and drag and drop it right about there. Now in some cases this might be hard for folks to see, so I'll recommend to zoom in pretty closely. And when you zoom in closely, you can kind of scroll down to position the image to where you can see it lines up with this 6.5 inch mark right here. And then if I scroll to the right a little bit, well, here's the 1/2 inch mark, and it's not a science, it's just an art. There it is. Okay, so now I'm going to zoom back out. And there it is. Next, I want to modify this image so that this document is a smaller file size. Right now, as it is, having added this image, I actually added more file size to the overall Word document. So I made it larger. So if I have the intention of emailing this document to someone, I want to make this as small a file size as possible. And I can do that by compressing these pictures. And that's accomplished by having my image selected and going to my Format tab, and then over in the Adjust group, I'm going to click on Compress Picture. When I do, I get my dialog box here that tells me Compress Picture. Now I want to click on the options, and the type of compression I want to choose from are listed down here. Target output. I can choose to compress it so that it's 220 ppi, excellent quality on most printers and screens, or I can compress it for good for web pages and projectors, or I can minimize document size for sharing. That's what I want to do, is I want to have this selected. Then I'm going to click OK, and then brings me back to this. And now from here I can choose Apply to Selected Picture Only. If I have a number of images in my document and I don't want to compress them all, I would choose this. Otherwise, if I want to compress them all, I'll keep it deselected. I'm going to click OK. I can't see anything that really happened, but I rest assured that this image is now compressed down to its smallest file size, best for emailing. So from here, I'm going to move my insertion point to the beginning of my document by pressing Control Home. There it is. I'm going to save my work. And that concludes Exercise 9, Inserting and Working with Graphics. Thanks for joining me. Next we'll be working with Exercise 10, Check Spelling and Grammar.